Hello everyone. Today we will see back-to-back order flow in Oracle EBS. But before we begin, let us understand first what is back-to-back order flow. Back-to-back order flow is the process where seller accepts the customer order though he doesn't have stock in hand. Then the seller asks the supplier for required items or goods by generating requisitions so that he can fulfill the customer's order. For example, let us consider ABC is a customer and ABC customer wants to order a laptop. So he will put the order for laptop. Then seller will accept the order. He will enter and book the order into the system. And then he will himself purchase that laptop first and then will ship that laptop to the ABC customer. This is nothing but the back-to-back order flow. So let us begin. But before we begin, we need to do some functional setups or prerequisites in order to process the flow. So let us create an item first. So the very first step is creating an item. So let's create an item. For that, the navigation is inventory responsibility. See here, inventory responsibility, items and master item. Okay. So the new form will open. Here we are choosing our IMO, that is Inventory Master Organization. This Inventory Master Organization acts as a central hub for defining and managing inventory related data. Here our IMO is V1, that's why we are chosen V1. So let us consider that our item would be boxes, boxes. Okay. Okay, these are already exist. So let's change our item to boxes 1 1. Okay, description. Okay, so now let's copy the template. Oracle has provided a certain template. So we are copying the here finish good template. So with the help of this template, we would get some of the information filled in these awk parameters. Okay, these are nothing but the awk parameters. Okay, these awk parameters are really important for Oracle EBS functionalities to meet the specific needs and requirements while defining an item. So we need to do certain changes in these awk parameters while defining an item for B2B back-to-back order flow. So let's do that. The very first tab is purchasing. Here we need to set the buyer first. Okay. Let's say the list price is $1,000. The next tab is general planning. Here we have to choose buy option as seller is going to buy the goods from supplier. So the next tab is work in progress. Here this built-in WIP option must be enabled, and the last is order management. Here this assemble to order option must be enabled. Okay, these are the important setups for defining an item for back-to-back order flow. Okay, so let's save it. Okay, Once we click on save, we got the message transaction complete when record applied and saved. This means our information has been saved now. Now we have to assign our item to one of the warehouse or organization. So let's assign our item to M1. So here it is M1. Okay, again click on save. So let's close it. Now our next step is we have to assign our item or we have to add our item to the price list. For that, switch our responsibility to Oracle Pricing Manager. Okay, so here the navigation is price list setup. So I have already created the price list. I'm just assigning my item to it. Okay, so let's add our item here. I'm just filling the information here. Our item name is boxes 11. Okay, let's say its unit price is, let's say, $100, and let's save it. Okay, message transaction complete means our data has been saved. Now close it. Now our next step is we have just completed this step assigning the item to prices, and now next step is open the following periods means we have to open the periods for all responsibilities. I have already opened the periods, but I will make you go through it very quickly. So let's proceed one by one. The very first responsibility is inventory. So let's check the inventory period. For that, the navigation is inventory, accounting close cycle. So before, let's switch our responsibility to inventory. Inventory, accounting close cycle, and inventory accounting period. So here, let's choose the organization and let's check the periods. See, these are already open for August month. So the next responsibility is purchasing. So let's switch the responsibility to purchasing. Okay. Purchasing, the navigation is purchasing setup. Here it is setup, financials, accounting, and control purchasing period. So we need to open the purchasing period for August month is already open. Okay. So now let's switch our responsibility to payables. So let's switch it to payables and check the periods. Okay, payables. Okay, for that the navigation is setup. Okay, let's check the navigation. For that setup, navigation is control. Okay, for payables, the navigation is accounting and control payables period. So let's choose our general ledger here, which is vision operations. Okay, and let's find out. It is already open for August month. So let's do the same for receivables also. Okay, receivables. Okay, for that the navigation is control accounting. Here it is control accounting open and close periods. Again select the ledger name Okay, see, it is already open. So the last is general ledger responsibility. Let's do it for that responsibility also. So its navigation is setup, open, close. Okay, so let's find out it is already open for August month. Okay, see these are the setups of purchasing period. Now the actual process begins here, creating and booking the sales order. So let's proceed with it. For that, the navigation is order management responsibility. So again, switch our responsibility to the order management, order comma returns, sales order. So here, the new form will open, which contain two tabs, order information and line items. The order information tab contains all the details of customer, and the line item tab contains all the information of items. So let's select our customer here. Okay, you see network. Let's go to the next tab. Okay, so our ordered item is boxes 1 1. Let's consider that customer is requiring 5 quantities. So 5 quantities, its unit price is let's say $100. Okay, and that's it. So okay, so save the form of sales order. If we click on save, we would get the order number, and let's note that order number, sales order number for our reference. Okay, now the very important thing here to note is the status, guys. The order status is entered and the line status is also entered. Now we have to book our order. So we can book it simply by clicking book order tab. We would get the message your order has been booked. Once we book the order, the status, order status and line status would change accordingly. See, we got the message, and see, the order status is booked and the line status is supply eligible. So you can see the status is supply eligible. Now we have to progress our order simply by right click progress order and create supply order. Click on OK. Okay, then our line status would change to external requisition requested. Okay, you can see here. Okay, once we got this status, we have to run the workflow background process and requisition import program. So first run the workflow background process. Click on OK. Okay, and sub another request. No, find its status. See, you can see the workflow background process. Its phase is completed and status is normal. So now we have to run the requisition import program so that we can so that the requisition will be created automatically against that generated sales order number. So let's do it. Requisition import program. Let's run it. See here, requisition import. Import source would be CTO. Okay. Click on OK. Sub Submit another request now. Let's find out its status. We have to wait till we get the phase completed and status normal. It may take time sometimes, but we have to be patient and let's wait till we get completed normal status. Okay, keep refreshing our data. See, we got the status completed normal for requisition import and also create releases completed normal. So let's close it and now we have to find out the requisition number. Okay, as we have just run the requisition import program. So our requisition has created already and let's find out that number. So for that, switch our responsibility to purchasing requisition summary. Okay, so enter our import source here, which is CTO means configure to order. Okay, let's click on find. See, this is our requisition and whose status is approved. As we have the approved requisition status, we can proceed to create the PO. So before it, let's note out this requisition number for our reference. So, okay, now the next step is we have to create the purchase order. So we can create the purchase order simply by clicking here auto create. Okay, enter or clear the record, enter the requisition number and click on find. Okay, so verify all the details and just click on automatic and click on create. The new purchase order will open, which will contain all the details like item details, supplier details, everything. We have to enter the supplier here. Okay. See, you can see its status is incomplete and we have got this PO number which we have to save again just for our reference. Okay. So let's save it, paste it, and let's approve our purchase order. Submit for approval. Okay. See, you can see its status is approved. Now we will see the sales order status as we have completed our PO. So let's check the sales order status. For that, let's switch our responsibility to order management. Let's copy our sales order number so that we can find out our sales order form here, sales order, and let's find out the line status and the order status. Query the form. See, the order status is booked and the line status would be PO open. Okay. Now we can proceed to create our receipt. So let's create the receipt. For that our okay. Now for that the navigation is purchasing responsibility receiving receipt. So again switch our responsibility to purchasing, receiving and receipts. So we are going to receive our goods at M1. So while creating receipt, we need to choose our organization wisely. So let's click. Let's create the receipt, enter the order number here, purchase order number 6696. So let's enter it. 6. Okay, let's click on find. Okay, verify all the details, the quantity, unit of measurement, item, its sub inventory is stores, verifying all the details, and let's save it. Once we click on save, header tab, we would get the receipt number. Let's save that receipt number also, just for our reference. Okay. So now our next step is we have to run the receiving transaction processor. Okay. So let's do it. View, request, submit a new request. We are running here the new program named receiving transaction processor. Receiving transaction processor. Okay. Submit another request. No. Let's click on find. Find the status of our receiving transaction processor program. Sometimes it may take time. So okay, here you can see the receiving transaction processor. Its phase is completed and its status is normal. Okay. Now, after running this program, we will check our sales order status. So let's check our sales order status. For that, switch our responsibility to order management. Okay, order comma return sales order. Enter the order number. Our order number is this is 69459. 9. Okay. See, you can see the status awaiting shipping means our goods are ready to ship. We have the goods in the warehouse and it is ready to ship to the customer. So let's do the next process, next step, which is we have to do the normal pick release transaction to ship the order from inventory to the customer. For that, the navigation is order management, shipping, and release sales order. So let's do it on the management, shipping, release sales order, and release sales order. So enter order number here, which is this one. Okay. Shipping here we have to say to the auto create delivery S, auto pick confirm S, and auto pack delivery S. And the next step is we have to select our warehouse as M1. So click on the execute now. Okay. And once we click on execute now, check the request once again. See, all these programs are running in the background. See, you can see report, shipping exception report, bill of landing, interface strip stop. This interface strip stop is very important program. Okay, this program has the very important function which reduce the on-hand quantity in the inventory. It updates that on-hand quantity in the inventory. Okay, so all these programs would completed one by one. Okay, so let's proceed to see our status of sales order. So before we proceed, we would run the workflow background process once again. So submitting a new request. Okay, submit. Let's wait till we get. Okay, we got the completed normal status of workflow background process. So now we would check the status of our sales order. For that, copy our sales order number. Okay, and let's query it. Okay, see, the status is closed means our goods have been shipped to the customer, and here our back-to-back order flow is ended here. So thank you for watching. Please mention anything if you want to mention in the comment box. Thank you.